Yo, hello. Some utility tips for Inferno for both T and CT, but mostly on B. I'll add in the T-spawn smoke from CT spawn because it's really good. Get stuck in the corner, look at the white dot, aim a bit on both, a tiny bit to the right, and jump throw. So again, I line up this third with the white dot and a tiny bit to the right. This will smoke T-spawn, and the mid guy, for example, can do this molly. And everybody who wants to come out of the smoke gets challenged by him. And if they decide to go out to B, they might just get naded off or get challenged over here. So that's a pretty good one. Then for B, when playing CT, I'll stop the early aggression on B either with smokes or mollies. One smoke can be here, where the buildings overlap, a tiny bit to the right and jump throw. Same smoke can be done from here with the antenna. Or if I have an early spawn, I'll can smoke it off. Or I can also come and molly it. It's the same effect. If they want to rush through, I'm usually in advantage here and can get some easy frags. If I want to play aggressive and flash for myself, I bounce it off this window just by throwing it like so. It will pop above me, so I don't need to worry about flashing myself. I can just come and peek them like this. We can see that these don't have too much time to react. It bounces pretty nicely, gets flashed, everybody gets flashed basically. Another flash can just be a right click throw in front of the barrels and either peek around the stone or also come here. If I want to flash from my teammate from back here, I can do it by bouncing it off this section. I'll do so by aiming above the white thing and just run throw. It has the same effect. The T's basically get blinded because it will bounce off and pop over here. If I have time to throw a good molly, for example if this is smoked off or whatever, I'll get on this thing right here. Doesn't need to be pixel perfect. I'll aim at this light bulb, left click throw with the molly, and most of the time it will spread left and right into these cubbies, so they are forced back. And if you imagine if you follow this up with a deep nade, every T that wants to dodge the molly gets instead naded. It's pretty good. If we double nade banana, I just make sure that as soon as I can see it aligns with the wall, that I'll throw it and I'll get away of my teammate, so I don't just stand still and block him. This goes pretty deep, and if I think they're closer or have a bad spawn, I can also bounce it off the wall. Doesn't go as deep. If we have to fall back, they get control of car. I can, for example, play CT. If they smoke it or they will push hard, I can throw a pop flash for myself by bouncing it off this wall. Ideally on the left, doesn't matter if on top or bottom. I'll just run through, and when it pops I can come. They should all be blind because it's pretty impossible to react to. If I'm forced to back to site, I can play above here, get an early frag, drop down. I can pop flash myself again by jump throwing off like so. And come again and peek. It's easier to dodge, but also difficult at the same time. If they have car, I want to retake car, I can come in this location. I'll run, throw, smoke and molly and flash if I want. So I can aim like so, run and throw, do the smoke, do the same thing with a molly, which will land closer. And if I want, I can do the same thing with a flash. You can see it's mollied off. Sometimes this guy can be safe, but just be ready to challenge him. Most of the time they are forced back though, and you have this location again. And we can see that the flash has also crossed the corner, so you don't need to worry about flashing yourself, and be ready. If I'm gonna retake from CT, they have smoked me off, they're already planted. I can fuck up the guy who's playing back here. I'll do so by getting in the corner. I can nade him, aiming like so. Just walk and throw. Same thing goes with running, but walking is silent. And the molly works the same way, that it lands on the guy back here. If I need a flash for banana, I either do the pop flash. I can also flash graveyard, I believe it's called over here. Do not flash myself. Or just do it high or whatever. Then if I need to retake from banana, it's basically the same nades as T side is doing. So let's just look at what T is doing. If I have a good spawn, I like to buy 1 molly, 2 flashes. I'll molly off car instantly, so they can't push car. And I follow this up with a flashbang, like so. And I can challenge this guy playing here if he wants to rush. He's usually blind. I can also do a second flash after this. So again, I would molly. I'll flash like so, and I can flash again. And if he's running back, I can push my own molly as well. I usually get these guys blind as well. If for some reason they have an AWPer or just a rifle guy always playing barrels and peeking T-spawn, I can do a pop flash for my teammate by coming in this location, aiming like so, jump throw, and the T-spawn guy can peek when it pops. He could also be on the right side and just peek because he doesn't get flashed himself. But we can see that this guy will get fully blinded because it comes on top and is impossible to dodge. From the same location there can be a decent smoke. I haven't seen it. I've discovered it myself basically. So where these things intersect, I jump throw. Imagine I can flash again if needed. And usually it gives you the space for a car. It didn't go as deep as it normally does, but at least you can get the car location yourself. Just be wary of the guy playing sandbags. You can molly him out or be ready for that. And if I'm up and I need to retake a CT or also just molly coffin in general, I'll throw it like so. That way the coffin guy gets mollied out. And I'll do that by aiming on this location where the red is a bit lighter. And on the right pointy thing, I'll just jump over. If I need to flash as for B, I can just throw it over side. Those are usually pretty good. Just everybody playing on side gets blinded by this. Or I can also throw it a bit sneakier above this wall. I think about so. Which just gives a bit less time to react. And I believe that's pretty much everything I know, at least without cutting the video, everything that comes to mind. So thanks for listening, and yeah, hopefully that makes me remember them for myself as well. I see you guys, thank you.